video, what we will do is we will start learning how to fill um, these forms. And what we will first do is go through this checklist file, because that is the most important file out of all the forms we have to fill. So let's log into our system now. What we have to do is this is the site. Since we're already registered, you can simply click on sign in, and since we already created the profile, application profile, you can go to view my permanent residence applications. So once you come down here, you will see the name we gave, family, category, sponsorship, and it will say in progress. You go into action and it will take you to the site where you see all the forms and details that we went through yesterday. So what you do is you find the checklist document. So you see it's over here. So you can simply click on this, and what it will do is it will open up over here. So let me go to the beginning of it. Okay. So in this document, there are few key sections. So first of all, the part A, we'll see how many parts are there in this. So still we're in the part A. Okay, so primarily there are only two parts, part A and part B. Part A is relating to forms required, which I have to say is this section of this document. And if you see the part B is all about the supporting documents, okay, which is the second section in this file. In the part section, now let's focus on the part A first. There is a part that highlights the documents that need to be filled by the sponsor, the forms, and then there is a section where the sponsored person also has to fill. Okay, and then also there is a section both the sponsor and the applicant, principal applicant, both have to fill together. Okay, so it is in a nutshell, it's this section, the primary applicant related ones and the sponsor related documents. So let's start with part A. Okay, so what you need to do is that once you are say you're providing details or they're asking a question, you just have to use these check boxes. And what you have to do is that in case an area is not relevant for you, you need to simply print this document out, and then from using your pen or pencil make a note saying not applicable, and then you can upload it. You can use the PDF document again in a note, but I don't actually encourage doing it, because if they also open it in a PDF document, it will be in the editable format, so your NAs could get moved here and there. So my personal recommendation is that you download it and make the NAs wherever necessary, and NAs means not applicable, you can say just N/A. Wherever necessary, scan it and upload it to this point. Okay, so that's what I can recommend, honestly. Okay, so let's go through the checklist. So these are a few basic informations. Make sure you, at the end of filling this document, that you have read each and every single word in this document. Okay. Okay, so okay, this is the very first question. So it says information about previous examinations. Okay, so the person I'm sponsoring was declared as my spouse or partner and was already examined as a non accompanying dependent when I applied for permanent residence visa and did not receive an immigrant visa. In this, it means that so for me, it was straightforward. Since I was never like I got to know my husband 2 years ago. This was definitely no, but what this question means that at the point my husband applied for permanent residence visa, uh, was I included in his application? So definitely no for me, so that's why it was no. And then let's move on to the document checklist for sponsor and principal applicant. Okay, document checklist spouse including dependent children. So 5533, it's the very first one. Okay, it's actually the file that we are filling here. It's the same number. So for now, I'm gonna put a tick here. Yes, and then second one. So I'll just make it bold that we have made a note of it. And then moving on, the sponsor. Okay, now we're talking about probably these two sections. The application to sponsor sponsorship agreement undertaking 1344. Okay, that also we have to fill. Okay, moving on. For now, I'll make a tick here. And then the application fee. Attach a single receipt of sponsor fee, sponsoring, and the application fee. Okay, in my previous video, I taught you all how to say go to the site and select the application fees you all have to incur. So it's basically once you make that payment, you will get the receipt, and in that, yesterday we said we will pay for the permanent residence fee. So that is also important to be included here. Okay, over here and the payment confirmation, I have included that documents reference. Okay, these are all dummy data, please note. Okay, that's why this file is actually important, because this kind of covers every single thing that is important for this application. So moving on, financial evaluation 1283. Only complete this form if the person you are sponsoring has one or more dependent children, who has one or more dependent children of their own. Okay, so basically this is not relevant for me because we did not have any dependent. So in this case, you need to make sure you say no, NA, not applicable. So that's why in my case, after I fill this, for all points which are not relevant, I took the printout, made a note saying NA using a pen, and then after doing that only I scanned it and uploaded it. So make sure you put an NA here. Okay, let's move on to okay, so 5532 is not yet here. I'm expecting it will come down somewhere. Okay, sponsorship evaluation, I can double check. No, so we didn't come across it yet. Okay, let's move on. Okay, sponsored person. So this, in this case, it's me, the wife. Class of application. To apply under the spouse or common law partner in Canada class, you must be living with your sponsor in Canada. Okay, spouse or common law. Please, okay, so this is anyway relevant for me because it's talking about where am I living. Please check the box which applies to you, the primary applicant. In this case, it's me. I'm currently living in Canada with my sponsor, and I'm applying under the spouse or common law partner in Canada class. Okay, it's not relevant for me. I'm currently living outside Canada and applying under the family class. Exactly, that is what matters to me. And you see here, spouse, family class, outside Canada. And I'm currently living in Canada and I am applying under the family class. This is not relevant for me because I'm not hoping to live with him during this application process. Okay, move to the next one, generic application form for Canada. Okay, this is this document. So I have noted down under primary applicant, and then country specific requirement. You, the principal applicant, must check the country specific requirements. Let me see whether I have that document. Okay, so country specific requirements means that when I fill this one and click here, and if I go to the bottom, you see the country specific requirements. I told you yesterday that I never worked for the military, and over here there are no specific instruction for documents for this country. So this is again an area that is not relevant for me. So in that case, again, once you take the printout after completing it, make a note saying NA here and you scan it. Sorry, this one, I'm talking about this one. This I need to fill, so I'll put a tick in this point. You say NA. Moving on, additional family information 5406, that is also a form that is in my list of checklists. So I'm gonna list of forms, so I'm gonna put a tick. And then schedule A, background declaration 5669. Okay, again, that is in my list. I'm gonna put a tick there as well. Going down, relationship and information and sponsor evaluation 5532. Okay, here we go. So this is actually both the sponsor and principal applicant needs to be filled. I just say, let me rephrase this. I can actually take this line down to make it easy. Okay. Okay. Here you go. Relationship information and sponsor evaluation. Okay, that is the file that I'm gonna fill again because it was requested. Gonna make it bold. Let's go further down. Use of representative. Okay, over here, this is actually not relevant for me, but I'm gonna say because there is an option that I'm not gonna use a representative. I'm not appointing a representative because I did the application entirely by myself. Authority to release personal information to a designated individual. I don't want it again, so I'm gonna say it's not applicable. Okay, so we will not proceed to this point, but that is the summary of this section, part A. So primarily there were related forms we need to fill related to the sponsor, and then the primary applicant, and then the sponsor and applicant both. Have a good understanding of the part A of this checklist file. What we can do is we can start filling one by one of the pending forms. So in my next video, I hope to take you all through doing this on how to do the 1344 application, application to sponsor, sponsorship agreement and undertaking. So stay tuned.